Okay guys, Al and Pete from 2SG. How you all going? Thanks for joining us on our first live.
And to celebrate, why don't we?
It is only 10 a.m.
Don't worry about that, mate. It's always a good thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere around the world. So cheers to the very first one, and hopefully the first of many. Hopefully the first of many.
Yeah.
Hey, so Al, I guess this being our first one, we should give everyone the heads up of who the hell we are and what we're doing here.
Yeah, just basically nobody's just started smoking, and there we are.
A couple of punkers on Facebook having a bit of a yak. So, Al and I kicked off this business a couple of months ago now, didn't we, mate?
Yeah.
And the whole idea is to bring a community of like-minded people that are into number one, smoking, grilling, and chilling, hanging out with our mates and family, having a good time, and just sharing some of the skills and knowledge and experience that we've got of barbecuing over the years.
No, we've got heaps. We're always still learning every time we do a cooking.
Yeah, man, you're always trying to get into new and different stuff. So we just wanted to give everyone a heads up who we are, tell you what we're planning on doing. So, we're looking at doing something like this every fortnight. We're still ironing out a few bugs and working out the timing and all that sort of thing. But, if you've got any suggestions, let us know. But we're thinking maybe a Thursday night, talk to you about what's coming up for the weekend and how to prepare for the weekend cook, and then we can share with you what we're up to.
Yeah, what we're going to do, what we've been doing, what we've done wrong when we've been doing it.
Yeah.
Or what we've done right.
Yeah.
Try and share a few secrets along the way.
But not only us, we want to get some really cool people on the show and get them to share some of their tips and tricks with you about barbecue, but not just about barbecue. If we, the whole idea of the Smokin Chillin Grillin, or Grillin and Chillin thing is to not just talk about smoking and grilling all the time. We might get some guests on that are talking about other things. Could be footy, could be country music, could be NFL, could be whatever. A bit of NFL maybe out since we're up and running this week, which is awesome. So go the mighty Dolphs. Love your work. Good win.
49ers all the way.
So we've got a bit of conflict here, which is awesome. Yeah. So and no one's talking about AFL at the moment, so don't worry about it. It's all good. We're pretty much a done duck.
It was AFL played this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, evidently. Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Hey, so talking about what we're going to cover off and that kind of thing today. Vic, we're still in COVID a little bit, so we're struggling.
Social distancing.
So you should have their masks on, mate. Hang on, I've got the elixir to kill the stuff.
Yeah.
Hang on. And we're good to go.
Yeah.
So this is a tent studio. We've actually been working on setting up a studio back in the factory where we're based. And next week we've got a special event coming to you live from our set-up venue, which would be unreal. I mean,
we're looking forward to it. We're actually both stoked, to the point where I don't think I've been that excited for a long time.
That's saying something, right?
I'm going to be in trouble later.
Hey, so the coolest thing is, and I guess today we get the opportunity to launch it and talk to everyone out there in Facebook land about what we're doing. It's going to be really cool. We reached out. I don't know who out there's got Netflix and is right into their barbecue, but
we've been all over the Australian BBQ Showdown.
American,
absolutely loving it.
Yeah. So the American BBQ Showdown's been on Netflix. Got launched last Friday here and in the US. It's already hit. I think it's at number 4 right now. So the American Showdown or BBQ Showdown. Super show, good fun. The purists might not love it that much because it's a bit offbeat.
Yeah.
But if you're into a bit of reality TV and you love your cook, it's a bit of a challenge. The guys have a bit of fun, and there's some really cool characters on there, right?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, love
some cool dudes on there. So we've been super lucky enough to reach out to a couple of these guys, and they've agreed to come on and do a live interview with us here at Two Smoking Guns next Saturday morning at 11 a.m. So in Melbourne time. Yeah. If you're in the US, it's going to be, now let me check, 9 p.m. Friday the 2nd of October.
Yep.
Melbourne time will be 11 a.m. Saturday morning. So it's something you don't want to miss.
Looking forward to it. As I said, we're super stoked.
Super stoked. It's sponsored. We've got some sponsorship from Oklahoma Joe's, which is really exciting as well.
Yeah, no, they've put up a smoker, so on the live show we'll be giving away actually a grill, I think it is, not a smoker.
Rambler portable grill worth about $300 or $400, I think it is. So we're going to do that to, we're going to give it away to someone live. We're also going to give away a few bits and pieces of ours. So we launched this awesome little magnet last week on our site. So for those of you who haven't smoked meat before, this is a Bible, pretty much. It tells you about the utilities.
Saves you. When I first started, I was always on my phone. Like every time I needed any detail, I was always going back to my phone. Like, what temperature do I need it at? What temperature do I need to get it to? And that's why me and Pete thought, why not get something that you can just stick on your barbecue, stick on your smoker, and the temps are right there, rather than you getting your phone out all the time and converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius every time.
Painful. So we've got both on there. Covers off most of the major meats and a few really key tips about smoking meat. So it's a pretty cool product. So jump on either our website, you can see up there on the banner, www.twosmokingguns.com. Follow us on Facebook, Two Smoking Guns. And then the big announcement for the two guys that are coming on, and they're a couple of blokes that you really love, right?
Yeah, Ashley Thompson, Big Ash.
Cheers, Ash.
Thanks,
Can't
mate.
wait to see you.
Really appreciate it.
That'll be awesome.
And Rashid Phillips, which absolutely stoked about as well.
No,
two of our favourite guys, came
second and fourth.
Yep, second and fourth, yeah.
And both featured in the finale. So
behind a very worthy winner, Tina.
Yeah, so all kudos to you, Tina.
Let's see if we can maybe get you on a bit later on as well.
Mate, who knows, we love it. As many as we can get. We just want to bring some cool shit to the community, and the guys that that we share a bit of fun and a bit of good times and some hints and tips with. We're also doing some bumper stickers, so yell out.
You might have seen them on the Instagram. We've been doing a few sticker swaps with a few guys in the US already.
So the idea is once we get the studio set up, we're going to have a back wall and we're going to pump everyone's stickers on there. So if you've got a sticker and you're from a barbecue company, send it out to us. We'll send you one back. We'll get you up on our wall so that every week when we're reaching out. Look, we've got a pretty cool following at the moment. We've got about 1,200 on Facebook and about 1,100 on Insta right now. 1,600. Look at that. How's that? How far behind am I? 1,600 on Insta. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've been going a couple of months. We haven't done one live up until now.
This is the first one.
I've shot a couple of vids and chucked them up as the Hillfigure Hillbilly, which some of you may have seen. I'm shedding that coat. We're coming into
it's about time. When the barber's open again and we're allowed to get a haircut, it would not be long.
So have a look at this.
We both had a trim yesterday just for this.
Yeah. So we're also going to have some hats and bits and pieces along the way. So we'll have a bit of merch, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, hoping to have some of those next week so we can give a few of those away.
Give a couple away.
The show. We'll do a few giveaways.
So here's a tip for you. If you're going to watch the show and you want to win some gear, it's going to be really worthwhile. We're trying to tee it up so if you're someone from the US that's tuning in as well, we're trying to tee up through the guys at Oklahoma Joe's and B&B to also B&B Charcoal, that is, to try and give a bit of gear away in the US as well. So
if not, we're going to do it with some magnets and bits anyway that we'll give away over there. We'll
shoot them over to Rashid and Ants, and they can get them out to the guys over there, which would be super. So when you're looking up these guys, and a tip, so the giveaways won't be just here it is, thanks very much. You're going to have to answer some questions about the American BBQ Showdown. And we're going to get the guys to ask you some tricky questions, and if you give us the right answer, you might win a nice...
Wins,
might
first or best answer, one or the other.
It could be the funniest. Hey, give us some gags. We love it. It's good fun.
Yeah.
So the other thing we've got coming out, and I know you brought one of our samples out, but in the next couple of weeks or in mid-October, I think they land.
Yeah, it is.
And we've got some new
heat-proof gloves.
Barbecue gloves coming with our awesome 2SG logo on it. We love it. That one's just a prototype. The real ones look super. They've got a nice grey on them and really fit with our brand. Oh, wow, that beer is good first thing in the morning.
10 a.m.
I should do that more often.
Breakfast of champions.
These things could get really interesting. So one of the funny things is next week with the guys from the Showdown, it'll be 9 p.m. on a Friday night. They're going to be...
So they'll be who knows? We might try and get them out before just in case.
They'll be 4 bottles deep by now, and it could be a shitload of fun and a good laugh for these guys. So we're looking forward to it. They've expressed how excited stoked they are about coming
we
out.
were blown away how stoked they were that we got in contact with them to
So
do
accommodating.
this. Yeah,
So accommodating.
Yeah, so we were blown away, and yeah.
So if you get on, if you want to follow these guys, if you're into your barbecue, they've got a couple of great sites too. So look them up on social, which is Ash Thompson has got a barbecue brand called Legacy Barbecue. So get out there and look at Ash up on Legacy. He's just about to launch some rubs and sauces as well. And hey, Ash, by the way,
we want them.
We know a good little distributor down here in Aussie that can look after you with your gear. And then on the other side of it, Rashid's got a cranking business already.
Yeah.
With Phillips Barbecue.
Yeah.
So Rashid's all over social. Rashid also has a podcast. So if you're an entrepreneur looking to develop your skills and just fresh into it, anyone that's new, he brings on guests and talks to them about it. It's a podcast called Entro, ENTRO, with Rashid. And I think he's got a few more things on the go at the moment. I think it's Meat with Sheed and a few other things.
Yeah.
Man, he's all over this stuff. He's the coolest guy.
Yeah.
Great guy to listen to, speaks really well, knows his stuff. Ash is just the soul of the earth kind of guy.
Yeah.
Wears his heart on his sleeve. If you watch the showdown, there's tears and whatever else. And just great guys. So we're looking forward to it.
No. As we said, stoked.
So hopefully that'll be the first of many. We're going to do product reviews. We're going to bring guests on. We're going to do live cooks. We'll do some comparisons,
we're going to do a few cook-offs between the two of us.
Yeah, we might even do a little mini showdown. And the awesome thing is we might even go out to our mates' places and do a bit of a cook-off and take everyone there for a bit of a live as well.
Involved as well. It's all part of the 2SG community that we want to build.
So, Al, what was the last thing you smoked?
What did I smoke yesterday? We smoked some pork ribs.
It's funny, I've got up.
It's going really well. The first time we've used the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco drum smoker.
Yeah, we set it up earlier in the week and we seasoned it on Thursday.
Yeah.
I've got to say, amazed at the performance of the thing, right?
Way just held the temp like you would not believe.
Yeah,
I was absolutely blown away. Like I used a Traeger pellet smoker at home.
Display. Right?
Bit of ease, but I do have, and I am waiting. You should have been here.
For you real guys out there, he's not a real guy. He's not burning sticks. He's doing a pellet thing.
Anyway, whatever. I really loved it. I've got the Oklahoma Joe's Longhorn Reverse Smoker on order. That should hopefully be in the next week or two.
And that'll teach you how to smoke real style.
So stop listening to your rubbish.
The unfortunate thing is, I shouldn't say unfortunate. I've been running a Finetto bullet smoker.
Vintage.
And vintage. And I've got to say...
4.5 at the mill steel.
It's bloody hard work. For those of you who don't have a nice quality smoker, you know what I'm talking about, trying to keep the charcoal up, keep the temps balanced. And, and if you know much about smoking, you know that one of the key things is balanced temps on the way through.
100%. Yeah.
So seeing the Bronco drum from Oaks, which, again, jump over to smokingguns.com. We're selling a bit of the gear.
Yeah.
And Oak Joe's is one of the brands that we really push and love. We really love their gear. And the second one is B&B Charcoal. So
B&B Charcoal blew it. Again, St. Gilles blew me away yesterday. Just held the temps. Lit so easily. I put one fire starter in the bottom of the chimney and it was up and ready to go within 10 minutes, which briquettes, I can sit there for half an hour waiting for them to get ready before you can put them in the smoker. So
I've got to say, I did a brisket with the oak charcoal a few weeks back in the Finetto, and the brisket came up amazing.
Yeah.
The flavour was super.
Yeah.
So we were really stoked. It's great stuff, and cheers to the guys at B&B if you get onto this.
Yeah.
We love your gear. We're working in hand with their local distributor here in Australia. So again, a shout out to the boys at the Citro Group, Nick and the team out there. We really appreciate your support, and we hope that we can really start to build and develop this stuff. So, no, we're looking forward to it, guys. So when we're up and live, chat's open. We're happy to answer questions if you want to know anything about smoking. I mean, Al's been smoking for God knows how long, and I love his stuff.
Yeah.
This is a guy that does some of the best beef ribs you will ever eat and see.
I'll vouch for that.
Not to rattle your own, or ring your own bell or anything.
Yeah.
They want to cook off.
Yeah.
So
there will be a cook-off then.
It's a bit
if the people want it, then
yeah,
you're just scared of losing.
It's played. It is what it is.
When you know you're the best, you know.
You're going to see a bit of this piss take going on a fair bit.
It's what we've always done, and I don't think it's ever going to stop.
No, I love it. It's all part of what we're, what the company was born on, right?
What we want to do is
it's a bit about fun. Yeah. You know, Al's a painter by trade, and I'm as you probably can tell, the talkative side of me comes out of sales.
Yeah.
Corporate background, and you know, COVID's changed things a lot for us. I mean,
massively, yeah, and it's given us the time to do this, which, you know, maybe if COVID hadn't a bit, we might not have done it as quick or...
Absolutely. Yeah. So for me, coming out of a corporate environment, unfortunately, I lost my job back in early March, late Feb. So it's sort of, you know, Al and I were talking about launching a few barbecue products because we love it, and we'd spoken about it for a while. There's a bloke out there by the name of Homie. You know who you are, Homie. He's asked us to give a shout out to the knife suppliers. So we actually use, I certainly use, and Al does exclusively a brand called Fiskars. So if you get a chance, have a look up. I use a really cool one called Fiskars Norden, which are made in Finland. They're a bloody good knife, really nice.
You've been using Fiskars. I think I've been using more the Gerber machetes.
So look, we got some
brisket up here, beautiful.
It's a bit of a hack job. It looks good in the end. So look, there's some cool dudes out there. We have a really cool network.
We do, yeah. We've got some awesome guys.
That we're going to
get a lot of people that are supporting us as well. Yeah, we really appreciate all of you. Obviously, can't name you all, but we really appreciate everyone that's behind us.
So a shout out to all of you guys, and as we go forward and we get more sponsors on board like Ocho's and guys like that, you know, the one thing that we want to say is that even though we've got these affiliations with a couple of brands, we're not going to be afraid to bag shit out if it's not right.
Yeah.
And we're going to shout out to brands that maybe we don't use if they've got some good gear. So, you know, we talk about
We've had a couple of people get in contact with us with some spices and rubs that they're sending through, and to try, and they're no name. Yeah, we're gonna just to give us a go.
And we'll talk to you more about that. We've got samples coming in all over the place. This thing will be huge. So this is just the start of where we're at. And to be honest, I think it's really just scratching the surface. So watch this space.
Yeah. The other thing we will be doing, we will set up a bit of a chat on Facebook or a post. So jump on there so you can ask some questions to Rashid and Ash next week, and we'll pick some of the best ones. Obviously, we won't be able to ask them every question, but we'll try and pick out as many as we can. And
yeah, can't wait. And the boys have been fantastic. I mean, they're so accommodating and just so easy going. It's like, man, whatever, tell us what you need.
Yeah.
They're going to share it on the US sites and all that sort of thing. So big shout out to the US guys. You're going to see this brand in the market over there. Coming soon. COVID stuffed us completely in terms of launches out of the US with our brand.
Yeah. It was supposed to start a couple of months ago, but
so that's held us up a bit. But hey, let's hope this thing goes away soon. And we'll see how we go. We're here we go. So we've got a question come in, and it says, "What products do you have that suit a standard hooded barbecue, Al?"
So we do have a smoking tube.
From our mates at
Gasmate, yeah. And all you do with those, you can put a few chips in there, a few pellets. You burn it at one end, and generally the Gasmate ones, I think they'll burn slowly for about 6 hours. That'll create a bit of smoke in there. We'll give you that smoke flavour, but won't give you as much of a woody flavour that a smoker will. Doesn't
give you the true charcoal that you get out of it.
Yeah, but you still will get
char. Yeah. But if you're starting out and you want to try out smoking, we do a starter kit that includes that. It's got some charcoal and it's got some chips in it. It's on our website. Go and look. I think $59.95, somewhere there, about $60.
Sauce in there, sauce.
Yep.
Sauces in there.
So at the moment we're exclusively doing the B&B sauces, rubs, and all the fuel. So pellets, chips, charcoal.
We good mixture on the ribs yesterday. The BB Trinity rub. and the sweet heat BB barbecue sauce.
Man, I can still smell it in my beard and my yesterday.
Myself, Pete, and Shane.
Shane from Plastic Coats. Good work, mate.
We sat there and we absolutely devoured 4 racks of ribs between the 3 of us.
Yeah, I think we know.
They didn't last very long.
I think we know about 3 kilos of ribs yesterday afternoon. So we're not going to have to eat for about a week.
Yeah.
Still digesting some of it now, I reckon. But
you just couldn't stop once you started with them.
Man, it was so good.
It was a good mixture.
Good. Yeah. So good. So, and you'll see the pics of that on our website. Yeah. With our website, www.Smokin Guns. You get on there. We're adding stuff as we go along. We're talking about different types of smokers, what to use, how to use it.
Comparisons are all up with the smokers. There's a few things that we're still ironing out. Like obviously, we're still starting with the website, so there's a few things. There's going to be a heap of recipes going on there, and there'll be a few that are mine and a few that are Pete's. So we might even get a few comparisons off you guys with those.
Yeah, try them out. Hey, look, it's good fun. You know, I mean, I love doing it, and it's great when you sit down with your family at night. Like, you know, my stepson, between him and his girlfriend, they decide which house they're going to be at which night of the week based on what food they're going to get fed that night. So often he'll say to me, "What do you got on the smoker this weekend?" And that'll be the deciding factor as to whether they're going to be at our house or the girlfriend's mum and dad's if they're doing some smoking. So shout out to Pete who bought a Rider Deluxe off us last weekend. I think he did a brisket.
A few briskets.
You know, that's a trial and error. You've got to learn right.
Exactly. So, that's one thing with smoking. You'll learn from your mistakes, and you will make mistakes. We all still make mistakes.
Hey, if you haven't burnt one, you haven't been trying.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. If you haven't fucked up a good meal, then you're not trying hard enough. So get on it and have a go. Yeah. Not super expensive. And there's nothing better than sitting down with your family and seeing the looks on their faces and they love
100%.
what you're producing, which is great.
And I'm going to try a few new things actually today. I want to try some desserts on the smoker. Something a bit different.
I'm trying a few new things on the smoky.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. No?
On the smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so do some desserts on the smoker, something a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it before. Who knows?
Dessert?
Yeah, dessert.
What sort of dessert are you going to do on a smoker?
It's a triple chocolate cookie that I want to try.
My wife better not be listening to this. Because if you think I'm coming home to cook triple chocolate cookies, you're dreaming, baby. I'll tell you.
And then the next thing will be some cocktails, because I actually found those the other day. You can do smoked cocktails on your smoker.
I'm actually going to try some almonds. I'm going to do some smoked almonds. So I'm going to get some raw almonds over the next week or so. And we'll put them up as well, just so you can have a look. But we're certainly not going to stick to the 3 meat and veg. That's not what we're
try
about.
A lot of stuff, few bits and pieces.
Yeah, we want to show people what's possible. It's funny, you watch the American BBQ Showdown and they have wild game night.
Yeah.
How funny was that?
I couldn't believe some of the stuff. Iguana, when they cooked iguana. Never would have thought.
And I'll tell you, Grubs, and we've friended Grubs on here, and for those of you who have watched it, Grubs is a good old down south cracking dude. Yeah. Love to get him on one day. You probably won't be able to, any of the Aussies out here, you won't be able to understand a word he says. But if you listen hard, it's cool.
That'd be super fun.
Man, he did a possum stew, and people are raving about it.
Yeah.
Who got us into smoking?
Who got me into smoking?
I reckon you got me.
Yeah, I think I actually was looking at barbecues and at my local barbecue store and saw the smokers there, and I don't know, that's what sort of probably got me into it. I saw the smoker and thought, well, look into it a bit, and started looking into it, and just went out and bought one and taught myself a lot of the stuff, and a lot of the recipes and things that I've got, I've played around with, but I've got them a lot off YouTube and the Traeger website.
And that's the thing.
And then I've just played around with them a lot.
The resources out there to teach you how to do this stuff, they're just plentiful. There's so much content out there, you know. People like Jess Prowse, the hardcore carnivore, Aussie chick in Texas, running a barbecue business, absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
Another woman in the US from Hey Grill Hey. There's a bunch of the Aussie guys, the Meat and Fire guys. We listen to their podcasts and all that sort of stuff, and there's some really cool guys out there doing some cool stuff. Unfortunately, the barbecue scene out here is down at the moment because of COVID, except for you bastards in Queensland and WA. We hate you guys. No, mate. We love you, but we're so jealous that you guys can get out there and do shows and stuff at the moment, because when
The thing is, though, it's coming into barbecue season then.
we're just coming in.
Nice weather, it's just literally.
Hey,
Well,
and
apart from today.
the one thing I would say to you is, if you're looking at getting into it, get in now, because if you're expecting to get in springtime, you're going to be kidding yourself, because trying to get here at the moment is so hard, right? We've probably got 10 grand's worth of gear on back order from people at the moment, because we can't get the stock in. So if you want to order and you want to have stuff for Christmas or for spring, order it now. You're going to have to wait because there ain't much around it. Favourite meat to smoke?
I would say, for me, brisket. So beef, I would say, would be my favourite. I love doing a brisket, but I think meat and brisket is because it's that whole getting everyone together. Because if I do a brisket, I always do like a 9 kilo one, fair size, and it's all about getting my friends and family together. But if on my own, I would say beef ribs, beef shorties, probably would be my favourite thing to do.
And they are good. I've had the pleasure a few times, and I've got to say, sensational. So that one.
Big fan.
For me, it would be, I'll tell you what, we did a cook up at home the other week, and for those of you who haven't done chicken ribs, so forget your wings, forget your drummies, kgs per piece. Like the yield of meat off a rib is so much better, right?
Oh, 100%.
We love ribs, and they cook up really well. They suck in the smoke really well. The other week I did some buffalo ribs at home, and I did some whiskey glazed ones as well. So we did a mixed plate.
And that's all I've heard about since he's had them as well.
Man, I've got to say, again, the stepson is home that night because he's a food machine.
Every 2 kilos probably
food machine, right? So I did 1 kilo, and he reckoned he probably could have eaten 2 on his own. So shout out to the guys at Dandy Poultry. They're following us, and it's funny, I hooked up with them last night via social, and I'm getting some ribs from those guys, and a big shout out to them, and I'll show you what they look like when we get them out, but can't wait, and looking forward to it. So what's your next cook, Al?
As I said, going to go dessert, try dessert today. A couple of things, like I said, I think I'll try the triple chocolate cookie, because I think Betsy will enjoy that. She'll be all over it. And then, I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
That and a couple of
beers,
couple ones of these.
They go hand in hand, really, the beer and the smoker. If you haven't got a beer in your hand while you're smoking, what are you doing?
Shouldn't be it. So what I'm going to do, clearly I've got ribs coming, so I'm going to have a crack at the ribs again tomorrow night, and I'll throw them on. The last time I did some asparagus and
bacon wrapped.
And spring onion wrapped in bacon. So you basically take your spears of asparagus and cut some spring onions to the same length, get 2 or 3 of each, wrap them in a piece of streaky bacon, and dip them in the buffalo sauce. So awesome. So that's cool. Hey, look, we're pushing out to half an hour. We didn't think we'd go this
we're only thinking we're going to do 15 minutes.
How many people have got watching? Any idea?
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So a few people out there, which is cool. So thanks for joining us for our very, very first...
watch the post coming up this week. As we said, there'll be one coming out probably straight after this.
We'll launch it. We'll put an ad out there for the event.
We'll do a post maybe Monday where you can start asking questions for...
Get them in. Get on and watch the American BBQ Showdown. And
cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.
Smoking.
We'll see you next time. Grillin
N
Chillin.
Take it easy.